here's another solar update. So the last time you saw this, I installed the fuse box. If you can tell a few things, you'll see that it says battery level there. I ended up moving the battery meter from here to here when everything kind of condensed. That way if something happens to me, my wife can easily come down. She doesn't have to search for everything. Everything's like right in front of her. So we have the battery level right here. Flip that on here. And I have this here for some extra light. But I also put in a 35 amp toggle switch. You can see that turning off there. That's what it looks like when your battery's about to die. Everything kind of flickers and turns off. But anyways, this is my battery shut off from the charge controller. Here, of course, are my lights. And then I got this bad boy for $1. I think at like Dollar General or something. But it's nice USB light. So if I don't want to turn on these fairly big draw lights, I've got this nice little USB docket right here. I fixed the solar volt meter. The solar volt meter used to be over here, actually where this solar shut off on and off is. But it used to have a meter in there and a meter blew. I don't know why it blew, but anyways. So I moved it up here so that way everything can be right here, and I'm thinking about putting an amperage meter over here. Not sure. It's I'm still kind of thinking about it. And then here's my solar on and off. So just a regular switch, labeled everything so it's nice and easy. You have the cable coming in, here. There's the solar on and off. We're gonna flick that back on. Fuse box, then that runs in the fuse box. Fuse box then runs up to the charge controller, and then everything on the bottom here is down with the battery. So, and then of course the power inverter is hooked up directly to the battery, and that works out well. And my father-in-law and I were talking, and this is primarily an emergency power system because I'd like to be able to keep my basement dry. So this is pretty much only for the sump pump and then to charge things if we've lost power, long term. But I started thinking about getting a shut-off switch, and but I didn't want to spend the $35–40 for it. And my father-in-law and I were talking, and this is the point where he wants me to say that he's a genius. But I'm not going to, because I don't want to put my mother-in-law through that again. But we're going to install just a regular 3-way switch, light switch. And then that way, one will then go to the charge controller. I can leave that on if I need to when my batteries need to be charged. But then most of the time, it'll then be bridged up, and I'm going to mount the grid tie inverter up here. And I have an open junction box right there, and I'm going to take this junction, or I'm going to run a line off and run a plug right here, so that way the grid tie can hook straight into there. And that's about it. So I've been working on this quite a bit, trying to get it finished. I'm very excited of how far I've gotten so far, and hopefully the next time you'll see a video, I'll have my 3-way switch here hooked up and mounted right there. So, alright, well, I hope you enjoyed.